Hello and welcome to video number 6 in my series on conflict management. My name is Ania Kolbuszewska and today we will look at how we can deal with anger in a situation of confrontation. When we are angry, we have two extreme choices. One is don't show your anger, because if you do, you risk hurting someone and you might also be risking ruining your relationship. The other one is to express your anger. Expressing anger can be a cathartic experience, which may make you feel better, at least in the short term. Another good reason for expressing your anger is when the other side is abusive, has every intention of escalating conflict, ignores your basic rights, and is not interested in a constructive and positive relationship with you. A perfect example is the situation which we are facing in Poland at the moment, and the anger expressed directly by women being stripped of their basic human rights by the government. When we are interested in developing or continuing a good relationship with the other side, we need to find a responsible expression of anger which does not lead to hurting the other side. John Gottman is an American psychologist and researcher. I'd like to show you a formula which he has developed and which helps to express anger in a responsible way. The formula is known as XYZ, and using it well can have a profound impact on the relationship between the sides in conflict. So what is XYZ? It's a communication pattern which goes like this. When you do X, in a situation Y, I feel Z. So imagine, for example, that you're feeling really angry because your daughter has forgotten to take off her muddy shoes again when she came back from her morning walk in the forest. And you've had absolutely enough of cleaning the floor after her. And you say angrily, "You never take off your shoes. How many times did I tell you to do that?" To which she is very likely to respond by saying, "Never? This is the first time I've forgotten about it for ages, and you're making a drama out of it." And all of a sudden, you're finding yourself spiraling down into a nasty argument with your daughter. Instead, you could say, "When you didn't take off your shoes after your trip to the forest this morning, I felt upset." So, when you didn't take off your shoes, X. When you came back from the forest, Y. I felt upset, Z. When you do X in a situation Y, I feel Z. A very similar communication pattern, which is called the I message, goes one step further. It explains why I feel this way and what my expectations are with regard to your future behavior. And this is actually a type of message that mediators encourage the sides to use in the mediation process, for example. So, the mother says to her daughter, "When you didn't take off your shoes after your trip to the forest this morning, I felt upset because I had to clean the floor after you. Next time, I'd like you to take off your shoes. If you don't, I'll insist on you cleaning the floor yourself." Let's have a look at how this could work in a professional context. Imagine that you're working with a project partner who can really drive you nuts because he's always late with everything. The quality of his work is brilliant, but the fact that he can't stick to the deadlines that you agreed on together makes your work so difficult that you're seriously considering never working with this person again on any kind of project in the future. Of course, you could hold your frustration and anger inside, and maybe, just maybe, your anger will never boil over. Maybe. But most probably it will, and very likely in a very ugly fashion. An alternative would be using the I message. When you didn't meet the last deadline we agreed on together, I felt very frustrated because this made my work too difficult. Next time we agree on a deadline, I would like you to meet it. Otherwise, I will not be able to work with you on a project again. Remember, don't use words like always or never. Talk about a specific situation and your feelings in this specific situation. Don't pass judgments on the other person. Let them know what you intend to do if the offending behaviour is repeated. And then stick to your guns. Dealing with anger is a skill which, though deceptively simple and straightforward, needs reflection, a lot of focused training and practice if you want to develop it and use it confidently and automatically. In my next video, I'm going to talk about how what happens in the first minutes of the first serious conflict in a relationship can help us predict the future of that relationship. Until then, thanks for watching and see you soon.